The rain had stopped just in time for the city lights to shimmer against the wet streets of Chicago. The sidewalks glistened, and the night felt alive with energy. My best friend, Emily, had been begging me for weeks to attend her company's big annual rooftop party. I wasn't exactly the party type these days. Too much noise, too many faces, and too many opportunities for small talk I wasn't in the mood for. But she wouldn't take no for an answer. "Come on, Claire," she said over the phone that morning. "You've been working too hard. One night won't kill you. And who knows? Maybe you'll have fun." I sighed but agreed. Emily was right. I had been buried in work and errands for months. Maybe a few hours away from my routine would be good for me. I told myself I'd only stay for an hour, make polite conversation, and then head home. By the time I arrived at the downtown hotel where the party was being held, the rooftop was buzzing with laughter and music. Warm string lights crisscrossed above, casting a golden glow over the crowd. The skyline stretched out in every direction, a dazzling mix of glass, steel, and dreams. Emily spotted me almost instantly and ran over, her red dress swaying as she hugged me. "You made it," she beamed. "I told you I would," I said with a smile. We chatted for a few minutes, and she introduced me to some of her coworkers. Everyone seemed friendly enough, and I started to relax a little. A waiter passed by with trays of sparkling water and hors d'oeuvres, and I helped myself to one of each. Then it happened. I had just turned toward the railing to take in the view when I froze. Across the rooftop, standing near the bar, was someone I never thought I'd see again, Michael Reynolds. My breath caught in my throat. Michael. We had grown up together in the same small Ohio town. He was 2 years older, the boy next door who had taught me how to ride a bike, the one I had shared countless afternoons with building tree houses and making up ridiculous games. In high school, he became my closest friend, and maybe, secretly, my first real crush. But life happened. He went off to college in New York, I stayed in Ohio, and slowly our calls and messages became less frequent until they stopped altogether. It had been more than a decade. For a moment, I just stood there, unsure if I should approach him or quietly slip away before he noticed me. My heart was pounding in a way I hadn't felt in years. Emily followed my gaze. "Do you know him?" she asked, clearly sensing my reaction. "Yes," I murmured. "A long time ago." Before I could decide what to do, Michael looked up, and his eyes landed on me. His expression shifted from casual interest to stunned recognition. "Claire," he said, making his way through the crowd. I nodded, feeling a strange mix of joy and nerves. "Michael. Wow, it's been a while." He smiled, that same warm, easy smile I remembered. "More than a while. You look exactly the same." I laughed. Flattery after 10 years? Impressive. We moved to a quieter corner of the rooftop, away from the speakers and chatter. As we talked, it was as if no time had passed at all. He told me about his career as an architect in Seattle, the travel, the long hours, the recent decision to move back to Chicago to be closer to family. I shared my own story, how I had moved to Chicago 5 years ago for a marketing job, how I'd fallen in love with the city's energy but still missed the quiet of home sometimes. The conversation flowed easily, each memory we uncovered leading to another. We laughed about the time we had gotten caught in a summer storm during a bike ride, about the year we tried and failed to start a neighborhood detective club, and about the endless games of basketball in his driveway. At one point, Michael grew quiet. "You know," he said softly, "I've thought about reaching out so many times. But I didn't know if you'd even remember me." "Of course I remember you," I said, my voice gentler than I intended. "Some people you just don't forget." A gust of cool air swept across the rooftop, carrying the faint scent of rain. The city lights blinked around us, and for a moment, it felt like the rest of the world had faded away. Eventually, Emily came over to pull me into a group photo, and Michael joined in. We stayed at the party far longer than I had planned, caught up in conversation, the years between us shrinking with every passing minute. When the night finally wound down, Michael walked me to the street. The city was quieter now, the air crisp and clean. "I'm glad I came tonight," I said. "Me too," he replied. Then, after a pause, "How about we don't wait another 10 years to catch up? I smiled. Deal. As I rode home in the cab, I couldn't stop replaying the night in my mind. Sometimes, life surprises you in the most unexpected places. I had gone to that rooftop expecting nothing more than small talk and skyline views, but instead, I found a piece of my past I didn't realize I'd been missing. And maybe, just maybe, a new beginning.